So, Tzudevil, how was the last session? How do you feel?
I feel beaten up and bruised. But it was really fun. It was really interesting to see the difference again in how you played and how I played, and really how you choosing your targets on your plan fought against my plan. And I didn't put my units together good enough to actually execute my plan.
Yes, because I think both lists actually got the options and the answers, or maybe the tools to deal with each other. But the thing is, you need to execute them properly. You need to basically have enough effective APM to get your units work as one, like get all of them work together to basically execute it properly and get the job done. And because I know that you have a really good priority system right now. The gap between you and top one player is how you execute it. And that's what
I can see that
this session.
Perfect. I mean, this session is not just having a goal in mind and pushing to execute. It's really how we go about executing it, and really, I am going to focus very hard on trying to keep my army acting as one.
Right. And for this first battle, it's still going to be between dwarfs and high elves, but I think this is the game. Tzudevil, this is the game, because I'm playing somebody else's list. And
right, this is the list that absolutely demolished me on ladder. This is Black Phillip's list with Alariel and, oh my god, the 3 Dragon Princes, and he absolutely shredded through my army. It was unbelievable. It was painful for me to watch it and cast it. But like you say, is really you learn the most from your losses, and just no matter how that feels, to show your losses and expose yourself. That's how you improve, right?
Yes, indeed. All right, you want to jump straight into the battle now?
Sure, let's rock. I'm ready.
Let's do this. Okay. All right.
Oh man.
I'm excited because
me too.
Because obviously I have built the other dwarf list, but when I built that dwarf list, I know that this high elf army stand no chance. So this is the game, trust me. And I think you learned a lot from last session, so you're gonna do well.
Well, I did learn a lot, but really, this is I know I'm just thinking about execution.
You don't need to think about it like all the time, but you just need to basically try to give the right command to your units.
Right.
Yes.
Group.
Oh. All right. So there are a lot of units.
Yeah. Hey.
That's gonna be 4, and there you go.
So do this.
All right. So right now I'm actually brainstorming because I need to think about the list I built, and I'm trying to get my priority system going at the moment.
Okay. Okay, this is gonna be this way. Okay, so how far is this? I want you. It's hard to pick. Okay, well, like, because I know the army that's coming. I'm just thinking of how I want to set myself up.
Yes.
And I know you're thinking the same thing. And I'm already inside my head in a bad way because I've already been absolutely demolished by this army once. So you know what I mean? Like I'm already.
But last time you
stressed.
didn't have the tools to deal with what your opponent brought. But
Yeah,
now
that's
you
true.
have.
That's true.
Just think
Now I
about
do.
what counters what, and in under what kind of circumstances you can get your favorable matchups.
Okay.
So basically, how you gonna kill my units, and you should have an idea of like how you gonna set up and how to handle.
I do. I do actually have everything set up the way that I want it.
All right.
Okay.
Then
All right.
let's get the party started.
Okay. All right.
Let's do this.
Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So
All
you
right.
have nobles on the side. You have 5 white lines of trace, way wide. You
Yep.
have dragon princes along with 1 nobles on this side, and you have 2 dragon princes along with Alariel. And a noble on this side. Noble just has Foe Seeker. Alariel has Star of Avalon, Arcane Conduit, Earthblood, Shieldstone of Isha for the resistance and damage resistance, and she has Life Bloom and Martial Prowess. Of course, she has 12% physical resistance. Okay, so you. Okay, so I want you. Yeah, I don't mind about that. Okay, so I'm just going to, guys. Okay, I know what my goals are. All
right.
Okay, so
That's good.
And
have a goal in mind.
So I have my goal in mind. Okay, so there you go. You're just backing off. I get it. Okay, we'll go this way. Okay. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, so. Oh, boys, come on.
Nice. That's gonna be a good shot.
Come on, come on. Yes. Get him.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, good. Those are there. That's fine. I'm just fine with that. I know you have healing. Okay. Okay.
Healing doesn't do anything with the cannon shots, though. By the way,
Yeah.
because cannons kill model. There you go. That's a good shot.
Okay. Okay. Okay, you.
Noble, loyal, without faith, march, sinner, answer forward. Noble born,
Okay.
it is done. Attack,
Okay.
There you go.
dragon
Nope.
princess.
Okay.
Nice. This is it.
Okay.
To war
There we go.
at once.
Okay. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay, you. Go in there. Okay, good. We got this.
Without question.
Okay. I want you.
12-1.
You. There. Too many crickets. Okay, you. This.
By your command.
Okay. I want you in.
Understood.
Dwarf warriors. Okay.
March.
Okay. I want you in. I want you. Okay. In. Okay. I want all you guys like this.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
Okay.
Retreat.
Okay. I want you in.
Quickly now.
Okay. You. Show. Okay. You.
Orion.
Good. Okay. You in. You in. Okay.
As you say.
Holy.
Setting forth.
Okay. You in. You. In.
Asa, withdraw.
Good. I want you in.
To the fray.
You guys in.
Dragon
Holy.
Good job.
Yeah. You are right. That is amazing.
forward.
Okay, you.
We go.
Oh my god. Okay, go. Go. Okay, go. Okay,
I'm
you
just
in.
trying here to stay
in.
alive.
You in. You in. Okay.
Lakoy.
Okay. You there. You there. You in. Let's go. Hey, you over here. Let's go.
There you go.
Oh my god. You're right. Oh my god.
Attack. Asa, withdraw.
Okay, and
Asa,
I
withdraw.
want you. Okay.
That's it. You see
Oh
how
my God.
fast she drops? Like she just
Yes.
deleted. And also the noble.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Oh my god.
Nice. I told you this is the game.
You know you told me. This is crazy.
All right.
Oh my god. So for those of you, just can I just say this
Sure.
for anyone, for those of you who might not know, Worker Boss talked about this and about these lists and about this game, and he had said to me, he thought this would be an easy victory for the dwarfs if we brought the right list. And holy crap, were you right? I mean, that was amazing.
Well,
Oh my god.
I think I could have done better. I mean, this is the first time I'm trying that kind of list against dwarfs, because normally I would not risking bring these few infantry, because I feel like against dwarfs you need more infantry. And dwarf with the right tools. Basically, I built that dwarf list, and I basically gave you all the tools you need to
Yes,
do the
I know. We even talked about it. I mean, you gave me every tool I needed
Yeah.
in this list to deal with it.
It was my job to basically play around those tools, and obviously I failed. And I would like to comment that I was trying, like, the idea. I came into this battle. I was trying to engage everything at the same time, but you actively denied that. I'm not too sure whether you noticed.
I was trying to. I
Yes.
saw what you were doing. I'm like, I gotta move and try and engage you. So I moved to my right flank, your left flank, where most of your dragon princes were, because I thought I could push you to the white line and at least get my cannon going.
Right, and that was brilliant, because had you not do that, and I get all my stuff at the right place in time, and then just basically abandon everything together, then you're gonna have a hard time to deal with all three dragon princes. But because you engage two of them and basically get rid of them, and also you push the pace to get the right engagement, which is brilliant. And I really think he performed
I have a
really
good
well.
coach. I have a good coach, or
Yes.
boss. Turns out.
So losing that engagement is because, to be fair, like, this list doesn't have that many units, and all units are very expensive. Like white knights are 800 gold each. So
Yes.
losing like half health on my dragon princess is basically a really bad situation for me. And and I was kind of forced into the engagement with like basically half of my army still on the way. So that was a masterful game. Well done, Tizu.
Thank you. Well, I don't know if it was masterful when you gave me the list with all the tools and have coached me up on having a goal in mind, pushing the pace. Like, I really did. Like, so it's funny. I had you. Like, I was at first, I was like, well, if I have to use my cannons to shoot some white lines, that's not a bad thing. So I pushed forward, and then you just moved your white lines back, and then I thought, okay, I'm not going to be able to do that. But then I saw I'm gonna push you right to the white line if I go right, so I'm gonna be able to get some shots. And then I started moving right, and I saw you were in
Corner.
range, so then I just started shooting. But I know you've told me this, Oracle Boss. You've told me that dwarfs can actually push the pace.
Yeah, that was a good demonstration.
Yeah, so I'm ready to try this from the other side. I'm excited now. I don't know if how I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do my best to try and actually pull a good performance and to really make my army all go at the same time. Okay, so let's show my thing here. 3. Okay, okay. So I got the list.
All right,
I'm ready
just
to
give
go.
me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I remember what we got. I just need to click on that.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, that was a crushing defeat for me. Like, because the funny thing is, when I first saw that video went up, like I instantly thought to myself that this is at least quite beatable.
Right.
Yes.
It's like you thought. Yeah, I know you told me right after you watched that game. You're like, oh my god, that's a very beatable high elf list.
Yes.
And I'm like, you know what, Coach? It sure didn't feel like it when I was getting my ass kicked.
Well,
proof positive. I mean, like, no, I mean that like, and this is the thing is, it's okay that that's a beatable list. I still want to try and play this list as good as I can. Sure. And really, the thing that I know that you've asked me to execute is to make my army function as one thing. And I'm really going to do my best to actually make that happen this game.
Alright, let's do this. Oops.
Alright.
I went too much ranks. Alright. I have the army now. Let's jump straight into it.
Perfect. Man, that's amazing. I felt like, I remember after that game with Black Phillip, I mean, I felt it was so crushing.
Yeah.
And because you know how it is when you don't know how it is as much, but I mean when when you get crushed, it is demoralizing. It's like, oh, what am I gonna do? But frick, like, to see the difference. And for anyone who hasn't seen that game, go watch it. It's me versus Black Phillip, and he brings this exact list, and boy, he just absolutely demolishes me. And
I think he played better than me. I mean, in the most part. But the thing is, this is the idea of how you gonna tackle this kind of list, and you just basically bring all the tools you need, and push to engage the favorable engagement.
Okay, so.
Alright, we're gonna just do that
here. Now, can you do this?
This. I'm just saying, do this, do that as well.
Okay.
That's a lot of units I got.
It is a reckoning.
But even though I lost that first game, but I think how we gonna set up is still gonna be a little bit different.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I can see that you want a really like a defensive turtle style.
Yes. Okay.
And I think I'm gonna go slightly wider, but the idea is the same.
Right. Okay.
This also comes back to the point you just mentioned, like dwarfs can push the pace as well, and you did really good.
I am like, this is. I hope anyone who's watching this video plays the dwarfs sees that. I mean, because I've honestly, before you and I talked about it, I didn't ever think about dwarfs pushing the pace in from a defensive stance like that.
Yes.
And It's shocking to me, actually, if I'm honest. I'm really, really surprised. I really am.
Well, you did a great job. Like, you forced the engagement, because the corner were in range of your cannon, and I got nowhere to run. Like, if I'm just sitting there, I'm still gonna just get shot to pieces. And this is the thing with the Cavs. They really die hard on cannons.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. That was shocking, actually. Okay.
And
I'm ready anytime you are.
Sure, I'm ready as well.
Go ahead.
So having Slayers is always going to be a very good option on the battlefield. Like, no matter
those giant Slayers. Oh my god, crushing.
All right, let's do this.
I see. Okay, there we go.
I see what you're doing.
Yep. I'm doing exactly what Black Phillip did to me. Okay,
Right.
so you have a similar setup to one I had.
Okay, I think I know how Black Phillip engaged.
Yeah.
All right.
So I want to see, where is your... Okay, I got lots of room. Where are you? You're right there. Okay. Yeah, he did have the advantage of trees as cover.
Yes.
But I had a gyrocopter, so I could see. I see you moving the dwarf warriors up like that. Sense. Okay, and
this is gonna be like something about the infantry, like the infantry macro, because the way how you approach the game actually matters.
yeah, and well, okay, there we go. So that's good. Okay. Okay. Go. Okay. Okay. What do you got on this side? Okay.
Dwarf warriors! Right! Ready to serve!
Where are you?
All right.
Okay, boys. Okay. You guys are still there? Yep. Okay. Whoa! You saw that? Okay. Okay, go. Go there, boys. Go, boys. Okay. Here we go.
Strike out! Cut out! Go! Iron trains! Longbeard! Bleed him and blood! Dwarf warriors! Yes! Ah! More of vengeance! Move now! Stop Battle! Go! Ready to strike! Vengeance! Move! Go! We demand blood! Aye, as you command! Attack! Grimdale is with us! Moving out! Iron target's lost! Aye! It is a reckoning! Dwarf warrior!
Go.
Let's go.
Yes! Yes!
You there. You there.
Attack!
Come on.
Banners and claws! Axes out! Will do! Take him down! Let the vengeance begin! Whoa! Ready axes!
Ah, no.
Cannon!
Jeez, Louise.
Dwarf warriors!
Okay,
Iron drake!
I want you. That way. You. Go, go.
Lances and clubs! No faffing about! For the high king! Hit them! Get them! Reach far, reach fast! Shoot the Wazzacks!
Go, 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 go. Go.
Fires! Over! Let the vengeance begin!
Oh.
Enough!
Nice.
Charge! Yes! To battle! Iron drakes! Slayers! Now we attack! Charge! Pilberer! All!
Ah.
There's not
Trying
much.
to heal myself, but
Not much
Man, oh man,
else to
I-
do.
no, really. But
But I can see that how Black Phillip just basically steamrolled your previous dwarf list because he's getting the advantage of what's that breakthrough.
the physical resistance and the breakthrough and everything else like that.
Because
I mean,
his blob
Go ahead.
has a lot of mass. He can just basically click on stuff like from one box to another box and just basically everything they touch is just die. But but I fought that this before. I mean, I fought that kind of style before. There was a Russian player. He was Nairat, and he used to play this really just monstrous heavy beastman army and just crush any empire list in game one. And eventually I figured a way, and that's what I did last game. And go ahead.
I'm just like, you know, I lost worse to you than you lost to me, obviously, but I did feel like I put my army together in one piece. I mean, I didn't execute as well once I was kind of inside in the fray. I mean, your giant slayers were all on the right targets, but I mean, was able to get my white lions to trace. I got 2 of them through your line and 2 towards your iron drakes, and I mean, I did get some healing off. I mean, not very good, but my army all converged on yours at almost precisely the same time,
which is good.
and that's not everything. I know that's not everything you want to do, but at least that's more than I did last time.
Yes. Well, the thing is, this is again about the game knowledge, and obviously we executed the same army very, very differently, and the reason why you execute that list this way is because you're used to that kind of style of play before, and I fought that kind of style before, so I knew that I need to stop this is essentially a death ball, and I need to stop the death ball. And how are you going to do that? You need to have really like tiny little boxes of infantry to stop them. And did you see how I put my dwarf race and zombies into squares, like just behind the first line? I essentially have 2 lines of infantry.
That's why I actually tried to do that too a little bit in our first game.
Yes.
And I saw you tried to go side on with your infantry, and that's how I got 2 of my white lions through your front line.
Right.
Because I saw that gap, and I tried to just push through the gap.
But
And once it was inside, you were just in little boxes, and I couldn't actually push all the way through. Because in my game against Black Phillip, I had a very, very wide line, and I had all kinds of gaps, and I just was not able to deal with that intense pressure. Because the whole idea of that build was to let my, have my thunders have lines of fire and to support each other, and
Yes.
to build the quote unquote dwarf onion, but it just didn't work at all. He just rampaged through my whole army because I didn't have the slayers, and I didn't have the troll hammers, and I just didn't have any artillery. I didn't have anything to deal with that at all.
did you have Longbeards and Dwarf warriors?
Had some longbeards. I don't remember the list
Right.
precisely, but the thing is, even if I would have had a good list at that time, wouldn't have done that good because I'm learning a lot in these sessions, obviously, and I'm trying to execute what you're teaching, and even if I can't execute it fully, I try to execute some of it, and to at least make progress.
And that's a huge progress. Like you won a game already. That's huge.
Well, admittedly, I won a game with you provided that you said would crush this list.
Well,
but still, I'll take it.
Even though I said that, but I wasn't really go easy on you. I went really hard, and I had a plan, but it's just you kind of compromised my plan, and you really did a good job by doing that. And because the thing is, like, I knew that if I put everything together like a death ball, it's not going to work against the list I designed, because obviously we saw that in the second time around.
Yes, we really did.
Because you just can't really punch a hole like in layers of dwarfs and longbeards with tiny little squares. You just can't move.
They have too much mass.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't
move them, and you're gonna get stopped. And then slayers are on your flank at your back, and you're still getting shot down by hammers and cannons. So it's really rough for those knights. Like even though they were able to just all engage at the same time, but they just never push through. And the other thing is, like, I think you noticed my play of like game style, like my play style when I'm on dwarfs. I like to set up little kill boxes. And I knew that Longbeards were not gonna do very good against White Knights, like head to head. So that's why I always like do shift my line like vertically, and try to basically slow them down, and try to have like the least amount of models to engage in melee, so that way they survive longer, and also they can get your White Knights to clump on them. But you did a really good job as well. Like, you see, you are improving because you didn't just click on them; you actually go through them.
Right, I was trying to actually go through them, and I did get a few through. I got one of my chariots got through to your troll hammer torpedoes and got all the way to your cannon.
Yes.
But I was just trying to push him through. But it was really hard. Because the way you set up, it's hard to push through dwarfs if they're set up correctly.
Yes, and even the violence push through, they were right into the kill box. They were like sitting in a crossfire. So when you bring like thunders or troll hammers, rangers, artillery, you always need to have like a kill box. It depends on what your range. The kill box might be bigger, might be smaller, but you need to maintain that kill box. That's the key of how you're gonna be successful with dwarfs. And you did really well in the first game. Where I kind of just basically all my army just falling apart, and it's like I don't really have that many units, as I mentioned before, right? This high of list is all about just crushing through.
Shock.
Yes,
right. It's about complete shock, And I mean, I understand it a lot better now that we've played it on both sides and we've talked about it. It really is a list that you are either going to win very quickly or lose very quickly. It's not, yeah. Well, you could see the game, like Black Phillip, absolutely crushed me. And this was not even; it was a demolition. And you know, and you can see the reverse was true. I looked at your setup with the dwarfs and felt like my setup was a lot closer than your setup your setup than it has been in the past.
Yes.
I feel like my setups are coming closer to your setups, hopefully for the same reasons. You know, and I know we talked about that. I really want to develop my reasoning to be more like yours so that if we do the same thing, it's for the same reasons.
Yes, and I think your setup still a little bit too tiny. You need to spread the floor a little bit more, but because Trollhammer's torpedoes, they have really, really short range, so that's why your setup is always going to be small. Because in order to set up the kill box, you need to have all your range unit in range
of each other.
But you don't necessarily want them to be really, really close to each other, like next to it, because if you put everything together, then one unit might just occupy multiple units of yours, which is bad. You need to still have a gap, but everybody was in range of each other. So as the noble come in, the noble hit the first unit, but then he's in range of the second and the third unit, and then they're just gonna get the noble just gonna get one shot. And that's exactly what happened. So the other thing is how to maintain it by constantly, you know, just occupy whatever is coming at your range infantry or your range department. And that's pretty much the way you play dwarfs with this kind of setup. Do you think you can handle the cavalry in the future? I think you can. It's not that hard, right?
I don't know. I mean, I know that you play every faction, so it's not as hard for you. It really is a struggle for me now. I honestly, that was easy for me because I just had 2 control groups. It was pretty simple to manage the cavalry, and I was trying to push things in and around. You know, but I was constantly finding that I'd be looking, you'd have like giant slayers on top of my dragon princes, then I pull them out and pull them back, and I had routing and everything. I mean, really, this is sort of learning to manage those for charging will really help me with my gyrocopter play, I think, and rear charging because rear chargers with gyrocopters are absolutely devastating, because if you shoot once, you get the hit by artillery, and then you rear charge and you get the -14 for rear charge. I mean, it's instantly -24 leadership. You can really do really good with that, but I don't often do it because I just don't think it, and then I have a hard time stretching my micro to actually make it happen. But you know, I feel like I know this is sort of cliche a little bit, but I feel like the game is slowing down a little bit.
Wow!
Like I felt. You know, like I felt like I had more time. Even in my loss with the High Elves, I felt like I had more time to do things.
You know why? Because you were doing effective APM. Like, you were not constantly pushing yourself. I need to move everything around. No, you don't.
Yes.
And then once you feel the game slow down, you know why? Because you are improving. Because you can see things now. Like as I said before, like, you were trying to get your Y-lines through the gap because you don't want them to get pinned down by the spaghetti. And you did that because that's because you have the time to analyze the situation and make a decision. And that's really, really good, I think. Like, so, because when I first started to play this game, as I mentioned in the last episode we talked about, I always pause the game and give orders.
Right.
You know,
I did. That was actually really great.
Because at the time I feel like everything was so fast. Like I just can't keep up with what's happening on the battlefield. But right now, I don't feel the need of slowing down things because I have everything in mind. I know exactly what I need to do. And if my plan failed, then that's the other the situation, which happened today. So there's nothing I can do about it. Even though I know how I can avoid it, but sometimes you just can't avoid it.
Right.
Yeah, but you can see things more clearly, and that's the good thing.
I think that's pretty much an episode. What do you think?
I think it's a great episode.
I feel like, both of these, I really hope people who are trying to improve watch these, and if you're out there, let us know what you think of the episodes. I just know, it's funny, I'm feeling myself improving. I'm feeling it as I from the first episode, where we played this matchup. It was a struggle. But I felt like I could just feel the game slowing down a little bit because, I'm really just what you're saying is I know. I say it, repeat it again. I have a goal in mind and try to execute it. Really, that last game, even though I lost, the game felt
quite straightforward.
Slower.
Yeah. And then you know how you lost. Like the worst thing is that you lost, but you have no idea how.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so if you know how you lost, then next time you won't do the same mistakes, and you're improving. That's the good thing. And I hope you guys really enjoy this episode I'm doing with Tzudevil, and we're gonna definitely do them more if you guys want it. And I know it's quite difficult for both of us get on and get together to basically producing these episodes, but we are trying, right?
We are definitely trying extremely hard.
All right, I think that's it for this episode, and I see you guys next time.
See you next time.